I hope you guys are doing amazing. Shout out to Unsunken, I see you in the building, and to everyone who's right there behind the camera, behind the comments, everyone on BitChute, everyone on the radio station, everyone with us on YouTube. We're not on Rumble tonight, but we are on BitChute, we are on the radio station. In case this is your first time right here, Karibu, this is the Africa Today Show, and listening to the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Fan Network radio station. 27 minutes past the top of the hour. Karibuni sana. Hope your week has been fantastic. Mine has been great. I'm super, literally, I feel blessed, super blessed. I feel like this week has just been a week of me feeling just super grateful. I'm super grateful for everything I have, for the people around me. I'm just grateful, just grateful. Grateful for this beauty. Grateful for everything. Grateful for you guys too. I'm super grateful. That's just literally been my week. I wake up every day just feeling gratitude. And towards the end of the day, yesterday I had an amazing show, and I was like, man, I'm grateful. And even a few minutes, it's just like I'm just from talking to someone, and I'm like, hey, I'm so blessed. So yeah, gratitude all the way. But I hope you're feeling the same. Chanton Sakin one says, job, what? Get your broadcast off before the boss man shows up. What? What you mean? What you mean? The boss man is gonna catch up as he literally gets us ahead. But I also see you're saying that when you're gonna do your video, Joby, what video? Well, I have a podcast coming, you guys. I don't want to speak much about it, but I have a podcast that I'm planning. And let me tell you, shout out to Keith, man. Let me tell you, production is not easy. Production, production is expensive. Production is expensive. I can't even like. I've been I've been trying to start this podcast. I think since last year. I have everything like I can say the logo ready, majority of the things ready, but when it comes to now, like even putting out everything together is just it's a lot of expense, and I think things delay for literally, of course, majority of the reasons. Because for me right now, I have a lot in my cup. I'm paying school fees. I'm not complaining as much as I'm complaining. I got a lot of things. I got me to take care of. I got me taking care of myself is a whole other thing. And I believe also to every woman, to also every man, not just to women alone. But yeah, shout out to Keith, man. Putting up all this is a whole lot. It's a whole lot. If you see literally people putting up their videos out there, any production, no matter how little it looks, shout out to them. It might look not expensive, but it is really expensive. That is basically what I'm learning in my journey of in my career of journalism, in my career of production. This is production. In my career of literally being in the lights, the camera, and everything, it's literally a whole lot of expense. So we appreciate Mr. Blackout Fire for putting up this, for ensuring it runs literally every single day to bring information to you guys every single day. Because when I tell you, I've been trying to produce my podcast. I think I've been singing about this since last year. If you guys have been paying attention, my podcast. Yeah, I'm supposed to have a podcast coming up, but usually talking about when you talk about the life of Joby, that's basically what I'm focusing on. Instead of writing a book, I'd say I've found my confidence in speaking up. So I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful. I've found my confidence in being able to speak up. And that's one thing I'd love to share stories with people on my channel, share the experiences I've had. It's crazy when I share funny stories like how I've been scammed. People love that because I've had a video before uploaded on my YouTube channel that I took down. It was about how I got scammed, and people love that. So I think just sharing literally lessons, life lessons. If you can get also spiritual, political, I don't know, but that's literally the direction I'm looking forward to. But for now, right here on the Black Hot Fire Network, this is the Africa Today Show. Karibuni sana. It's not about me. It's not about my podcast. I see Juba Jaba in the building. Hello there to you too. Today, literally, shall be talking about the Black History Month. Of course, considering it's the Black History Month, and of course, looking forward. I think this week we tried to discuss a couple of hidden histories. Also, Keith has been focusing on that when it comes to him debating on that, and we shall be checking on literally some of the histories. Today, Keith took my show literally, the whole show, venting about some. Were they the British? These British women complain about the Super Bowl and all that. Kid took a whole hour, but Very educative. If you caught up the show, of course, I bet you got some few lessons and all that. But we want to discuss about a history, a forgotten history about the greatest revolution that was performed or literally led by the Haitians women. And if I personally try to look at literally right now, I'm not saying that men are not really involved, but not really that much in Africa to be specific. Yeah, I do kind of support it a little bit. Our men are really are kind of reluctant, kind of reluctant. But when it comes to revolution of sin, where I feel like women really feel the pain of the society, the community, and it's easy for us to be able to push because of the pain and the anger we've been bearing with to demand a change. I don't know if I'm really making sense to you guys, but that's basically what I want us to share as we get to focus on today's show. I want us to go back to that history, and then along that I also have a history of, I don't know how many of you know about Isaac Woodward, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Isaac Woodward. And that was in 1946 during the World War II. He was a veteran, and of course, that was hours after being honorably discharged, he was attacked by some South Carolina police, and that is while still in his uniform. And this is just so crazy to see. We've been talking about racism this week, and there's a video I think I was to share from Beachwood this week, coming from Steve Peter, and we had Dr. Duke who spoke about racism or was described by the Jews. Racism does not apply like that. But if you try to look at literally how Black history being applied in racism and today, it's super, super crazy. So I want us to focus on that. I have a short clip, a short article I want us to share about that. When I was doing my research, I kind of got angry because it's crazy to see how people want to benefit off YouTube just making fun of history. That really kind of made me super mad, you know. I'm sharing that, but I'm going to share this. It's kind of quite a sad history. This is something sad to me, you know. I'm not going to cut. Being beaten to the point where you have to go blind, it's so crazy. I take this super, super heavily. And then coming to YouTube when you're trying to do research and then you see people trying to make jokes out of this is just so sad. Our own people. It is just super, super, super sad. But that's basically what we shall be focusing on tonight as we continue checking on much more of the developing stories, like where we have a kindergarten who reportedly came home with a book about attending an LGBTQ pride parade, which included pictures of naked people and men in bondage fetish gear. And parents are demanding literally for, of course, explanation. But we had the board that walked out. And this makes me question about, of course, the new executive orders that Trump has actually signed. Are they really working? Why is this still happening? Of course, it takes time to make a change, but why is this still happening? And much more developing stories. But we're going to start with Haiti. So, karibuni sana once again. Shout out to Jason in the building. Hope you're doing great today. I see you saying I got friends and family that don't speak to me for speaking up with my truth. And it's okay. Imagine it's okay. Imagine it's so okay. Personally, being honest, I feel like what I've learned from a very younger age, not even right now, like what I learned literally from working up from my dad's house, living with relatives, is because of being able not to tolerate bullshit. That is you speaking up your truth. Number one, the fact that you don't tolerate bullshit. You're not able to like see people do wrong. When you correct them, they don't want to be corrected. You know, that's been me. I feel like that's been me because I was able to check on my dad. I've been able to check on my relatives. You're wrong. Like you're wrong. I don't care if you think you're my elder. You are wrong. And you're supposed to be corrected. Life is all about lessons. No one is perfect. So I'm sorry if you feel perfect. I'm not. Personally, I love saying I'm not perfect. I'll make mistakes. Am I accountable? Yes. So it's okay, Jason. Personally, that's what I'd say heavily and what I learned at a very young age. So for me, I'm easy to like, I'll let go very easily. I'll literally, it's going to hurt maybe, but I'll let go eventually. And once I forget about you, that's it. But I also see Jiba says, keep people texting me asking for $200. Please tell them to stop. Oh my God. I hope that's not black tax. Jiba, but also see Sanken one, he says, damn Brits, lol. It's John Mosquito's fault. Just joking, I know. But shout out to John Mosquito wherever he is. I've not seen him today, the whole day. And also see Jiba says, yeah, Joby, they linked us for wearing our uniforms. It's just so crazy, man. Every day I learn about Black history. It's something, again, like I say to I wish our fellow Africans or my fellow Africans in the continent could really get this. Every day you learn about your history, it should make you so mad, full of rage, because it's a lot hidden and it's full of pain. You know, I saw this lady on TikTok. I don't know if I have that video, but if I find it, I'm gonna share it. She was so bitter and saying, the Black people in today's generation who think that our history don't matter, scare her. Because if you literally, and which should scare you for being for real, if you I don't know, if you find someone right now in this age just trying to be ignorant, I think it's on purpose at this point. Yes, we don't know so much, a lot has been hidden, but I think it's all just could be just on purpose. At some point you just choose to be ignorant. I don't know. But anyway, let me share this. I want us to start with this video of course, Haiti, as we go all the way down, as we check on much more developing stories. There's a whole lot, literally, news that I have. We shall be everywhere. Majority of the videos I have to share, sadly, are sad because it's a whole lot of things going on and a whole lot of things that have to be corrected. Just saw a video of a lady whose children died freezing in the cold. I'm gonna share that in a few, but let's start from here.
If there is one revolution we could say was run by women, it is the Haitian Revolution. When you take into consideration, and this is not an exaggeration, Toussaint Louverture, who's a main initiator of all of this, most French official who wrote about him continuously said he fought like a woman. But of course, he never said why. The reason is very simple. He was taught to fight by women from Dahomey. That's who trained Toussaint on his fighting skills. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was raised by his aunt Toya, an Amazon from Dahomey, who from the time he was...
So I haven't, oh damn, I don't know what I did. So Instagram does that when you click on pause, sorry. But I have a full video coming after this, of course. She's trying to give a brief history of the powerful women behind the Haitian Revolution, literally, right? And she's breaking it all the way down of how women made this impact of revolution. But I have another video literally explaining how, or I'd say mentioning every woman and how they presented that particular revolution. So we shall just break it down little by little as we continue.
If there is one revolution we could say was run by women, it is the Haitian Revolution. When you take into consideration, and this is not an...
Hold on, no, Jiba Jabba. Are you kidding me? That's a joke. No, okay. Damn. I don't know about the grandmother. I just saw, okay, we shall get into that. I don't know about the grandmother. I just saw it was a lady who they were homeless and they've been asking for help, and god damn. And then this is something about our men. The baby daddy came to speak up. He's just some bullshit. But let me just continue.
An exaggeration.
Damn.
Toussaint Louverture.
Women, stop giving birth with these bam men kindly. I don't care how homeless, how poor you are. Stop giving children to these bam men. That's all I can say right now.
Who's a main initiator of all of this.
Yeah.
Most French official who wrote about him continuously said he fought like a woman. But of course, he never said why. The reason is very simple. He was taught to fight by women from Dahomey. That's who trained Toussaint on his fighting skills. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was raised by his aunt Toya, an Amazon from Dahomey, who from the time he was a tiny little boy, his aunt continuously told him, you must do for this land what I could not do for Dahomey. So the two main people in the revolution of Haiti trained by women militarily. Besides this, from Toussaint Louverture himself, letters that he wrote, he said every troop was made of 1/3 women. 1/3 of every troop was 1/3 of every battalion, if we could say, was made of women. And there was a large percentage of children also. And Toussaint Louverture still explained, as they would go into attack, the first people to enter the battlefield had to be the women. Because they were more flexible, they would crawl on the ground through the bushes and come very close to the enemy. And then they would start making this very special noise they know how to make with their mouth that would sort of confuse the enemy camp. And it was
communications. We had, I think what she's trying to say, when it came to the wars, of course, when you talk about the cultures, traditions, we had patterns in our hairs, we had sounds we could make to give a certain alarm, alert. If I'm getting it correctly, literally, I feel like that's what she's trying to explain.
Was also the women's job to go to the enemy and remove the cannon. You know, in those days, the cannon was it was a very important instrument. As long as the enemy had cannon and you didn't have, you cannot approach the enemy. It was the women and children's job to go to the enemy's camp, render the cannon unusable. And I tell you, sometimes a mother would take her child and throw it in the cannon's mouth, or throw herself in the cannon. When you're talking about slaves who would throw themselves inside the cannon's mouth to make it unoperative, these were women doing this. And once one of us would throw ourselves in and make it inoperative, then the French would not bother with it anymore. Then the others would come in and push it out the way and carry it to our camp. That was the women's job. So without any question, the role of women in the Haitian Revolution is not measurable. Besides, this is a general. We have women like Marie-Jeanne, who was in charge of security. Who gave Jean-Jacques Dessalines security? Marie-Jeanne and her band. She had a troop of female only. And Dessalines said himself, I never feel as secure as when Marie-Jeanne herself is assuring my security. Marie-Jeanne.
Yeah, so that's the first video over there, and it's just crazy. And just looking at that and listening to it, when I bumped into that video, it just makes me again understand how Black history is just so important to us, or how Black history is the greatest history we have in the world, literally, because it's how we've been we've been in battles. We're every day fighting for our lives. We're every day fighting for our survival, literally. Because did you just hear what she said? We taught people how to fight. We literally, despite us, of course, not being recognized as the inventors of majority of the things we have in the world, you know, being the real conquerors of the world. It's crazy. Our history is just so beautiful. Trust me, I love the fact every day sometimes when I do this. That's why I love this, and that's why I'm introducing it, or rather sharing it with you. Maybe some of you, of course, know it. Some of you maybe don't. But for me, this is exciting because when you look at Haiti today, it's still fighting for its freedom. It is fighting for its freedom, but it's not being allowed because we have even now African countries rising against African people so that we can be made to see, man, this is just so crazy. We can be made to be seen as enemies of each other. Because look at Kenya right now. I shared a video on my show that was, I think, on Wednesday about how Kenya is benefiting or helping the US to exploit Haitians or Haiti, the country itself. We've seen Haitians demonstrating not just in the country, but also outside the country, calling out Kenya and the president. And it's funny, right? Because after this, I'm going to share how Ruto, shout out to Ruto, on the African Union leadership, which was held today. Some of the topics we want to talk about today. Shout out to Keith again. We're taking over my show. But those are some of the topics we had today. The African Union, literally all the African leaders today met at the African Union to discuss what? Bullshit. So some of the bullshit I'm going to share is Ruto trying to act again as the superhero Pan-Africanist of Africa. But this is what he's literally supporting in this country, lack of revolution. But we're taking us back to history. Let me share this very quickly.
Haiti hardly ever.
I don't want to share that. I want to share the one where we see the women, what they did, the position they stood, and that. Let me share this.
Yeah, it's your boy Neferkari Dessalines back in the building. Yeah, let's get into it. Now, as you know, when we think of the Haitian Revolution, we always think of the legendary, illustrious generals that were on the front lines, holding it down, getting it popping.
I'm not really sure, Jibba Jabba. I'd be lying. I've not seen or heard any kind of that information. I'd be literally lying. But all I know is that they're not getting paid. The soldiers are not getting, the troops are not getting paid. They've been complaining. So we had, of course, the first, second batch. And before that, we had others deployed, of course, before the information gazetted or publicized by the mainstream media. We had some troops who had gone before what we know now. Okay. And some died before actually what we're seeing right now being talked openly. So some of them, of course, those who have gone with what we know right now, have been complaining. I'd say right now it's 4 or 5 months, lack of payment. So exploitation of our people. You're not only being used, you're a slave to your own president. You're being used and you're not being paid.
But a little known fact is a large portion of the Revolutionary Army was women, and a smaller portion as well was children as well. It was men, women, and children all fully engaged in battle. Now, of course, the generals and those who were in charge of brainstorming ideas and brainstorming the plan, they get the highlight reel. They get their name up in lights. They get their name in the history books. But it was thousands and thousands of people involved, dying, that gave their blood, sweat, and tears and a life on that battlefield. And a large amount of those people were women, Black women, African women, plantation-born women, African-born women. And you even had some mixed-race women picking up shotguns and getting it popping as well. But the battle was fought on,
I don't know about the mixed, but let's continue.
many fronts. Of course, physical, hand-to-hand combat, barrel-to-barrel combat, gun-to-gun combat. And then we had the psychological combat, the mental warfare, breaking down the enemy mentally, emotionally, demoralizing the enemy. And you also had women fighting on different fronts. You had the sex workers fighting on the main line as well. We got to get into it. A little known figure in the Haitian Revolution is a woman by the name of Henriette Saint-Marc. She died about 220 years ago in 1802. So she never even got to see an independent Haiti. She never got to see 1804. She gave her life for this, but she never got to see it. And that was the case for many of our ancestors. A lot of them died on that battlefield. They never even got to see the independence of a country, but they get a life and spill their blood for it. So for that, we always got to keep their name alive. Henriette Saint-Marc was a sex worker who gained popularity after she became a weapons dealer and intelligence agent of the Haitian Revolutionary Army by seducing European soldiers, smuggling weapons, and stealing government documents and delivering secrets to Toussaint and Dessalines during the War of Independence. According to historians, Henriette was born to an African mother and a European father. She was often seen passing through the barracks of French regiments. Her mission was to seduce the French soldiers, deliver weapons from the capital to the rebels. According to several sources, Henriette killed several European soldiers by bringing them to certain locations and calling for Haitian soldiers to finish them off.
So one, we understood our purpose. We're not just moving for revolution, because if you try to look at revolution today, which I keep saying, the masses majority just move because of the movement. But if you try to look at this, the Haitians women, they moved with a purpose. So your work is to seduce to get weapons. I like that. I like that strapping. So I'd do that. I'd do that.
I know you would see. So shout out to Joe to get to do the show she wanted to do earlier today that I fucked up. So what's about the Haitian women? I forgot almost messed up. I was talking to Iritan, crazy ass, about that damn function next Friday. And I gotta go, Iritan. You talking about dumb shit. I gotta go on the show with Jovi. Yeah, and so what they said, it was the women were seducing white men to get weapons. Is that what you said, Jovi?
Now we just actually 30 minutes on the show, but Karibu Sana, yes, you're late, but we appreciate you for joining us. About, of course, that you taking over my show earlier. We're literally talking about it being the Black History Month. We're talking about the Black hidden histories. I think that's what we've been covering up this week. Majority.
Okay, yeah, but I'm asking you, what are you talking about right here with Haiti? That you talking about the African women in Haiti were using their, you know?
Will you allow me to guide you? Will you allow me to guide you?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so even the Black History Month, we're talking about, of course, the Black hidden histories, and that's what majority we've been covering up this week. And we're talking about the Haitian revolution that was led by women. So, of course, we started this lady here.
Always.
Yeah, her name is kind of hard, but she was born by a Black woman. Her father was European, but her mission was to go seduce men and get weapons, which I'm saying, if literally we move with the intentions as Africans, and I don't know about the mixed, because he spoke about the mixed, we had the mixed, the mulattoes who also controlled.
Mulattoes.
Yeah.
That's it. But when they got free, the mulattoes sold them out. So it's also, after Haiti got freed, it was the mulattoes that sold them out. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so continue. That's what I'm saying. For me, if it's that strapping to get the weapons, I'm good at that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll wear sex. Trust me.
Yeah. So do we gotta know the protocol when a bad bitch steps in the room, Joby?
God damn. What are you?
Yeah, that's right. It came across my TikTok feed. I was like, what is this? What's going on? What's happening?
I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna do the shmani now.
What? I'm like, I wouldn't expect that to come across my feed. Like, what? You can take the girl out the hood, but you can never take the hood out the girl.
When a baby walk in the room.
I was like, oh. I said, Joby got that YouTube, that TikTok channel back up quicker. There's a new one or something. Shit. Like what? Oh shit. I know I'm gonna get her. Go ahead, Joe.
Known as a beautiful woman, described as a striking young lady with a beautiful body who was wanted by all men, especially those who could afford to have her. She was also very intelligent and attentive when interacting with the French elites, soldiers, and officials. Shortly after Toussaint was arrested, Henriette was also arrested and given a death penalty by the French army. She was marched to the capital of Haiti, where she was hanged in broad daylight in front of the church. So as we know, like I've told y'all before, Dessalines, ladies man extraordinaire, had women stationed in every corner, every block, every town, every city, every commune, every street corner. And of course, Henriette, she was plugged in with the Haitian Revolutionary Army. You know, a lot of these brothers, the women that they were smashing on, they were involved in the Haitian Revolutionary War, whether they were intelligence agents like Henriette, or whether they were nurses on the battlefield like Dessalines' wife and many of his mistresses. So, you know, the women played an integral role that we cannot forget, and we have to.
Now, pause that. Now, remember Jean-Jacques Dessalines? He said, we got to kill all these crackers, kill their babies, their children, we got to kill them and their children. Remember, the Haitian Revolution was brutal. They killed all white people, their babies, all of them. To get free, we got to kill all these crackers. And so Dessalines was one of the most brutal generals ever. They were trying to kill him forever. Remember, because he was killing the white babies. You're gonna get your ass off this island one way or another. But I'm killing every white person in sight. And he said, let me know when you're ready, African people. You gotta bury all your love. Because see, we know we're loving people. Jean-Jacques Dessalines said, you gotta bury all your love. You gotta get rid of the white Jesus, and we gotta go back to Africa. Number African spirituality. That's it. No Jesus loving shit here. Gotta get rid of that Jesus shit, because you're not gonna want to kill the your white Jesus, your white oppressor. But we're killing everything that white moves is gonna get murdered. See, and I'm gonna teach you that. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was vicious. And one of these, remember, because he would kill them then hang their ass. He hung them all around Haiti. Yeah, white bodies hanging from trees all over Haiti. Babies hang, all kind of shit. That's what the Bible look. That's why every white person, remember, because he was so brutal, every white empire, England came after they beat France, Spain came, and Portugal came. They defeated all of them. That's why they got Haiti fucked up today. Because Haiti beat all white people. And then they said, anybody in the West come to Haiti, you're no longer a slave, you're free. And they also freed South America. Little Haiti that freed Venezuela and Colombia and all that shit. Haiti did that. That's why the white people had to crush Haiti. Why it's fucked up today. White people never forget. Took them 120 years to come back and get it. They got it and fucked it all up. Because remember, that was richer than America. Haiti was the richest country in the Western Hemisphere. The richest. When black people took it over. Now it's destroyed. But they waited 100 years until white people developed better weapons to get it. The African people, you guys learn to start developing weapons. You always sit back to go. White people never forget your ass. You think you beat them and they gonna stop? No, they're not gonna stop. They're coming to see you later on. You ain't. That's an L they took. So yeah, we got more. Now we got bigger ships, bigger guns. Let's go get these niggas in Haiti. And they came in Haiti, came in, just went to the damn Capitol building, stole your gold, killed all the members of parliament, shot the president in the head in 1920. Just came on in, stole everything. Country's been fucked up for the last 100 years. White people don't forget. That's why you must always constantly be developing weaponry to fight this cracker. He ain't forgetting what you did to him 100 years before. He's coming to see you. And so Haiti forgot about that and didn't develop military. They just wanted to say, well, we beat them. We beat the British. We beat the French. We beat the Spanish. We beat the Portuguese. Honey, they're coming back to see you. Go ahead, Joey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also say Jiba says that's deep. It's really, really deep. And that's why I'm saying when we learn about our history, it's amazing, but also like it should just make us be. When you learn today, when you didn't know all this, it should fill you with the rage. But at the same time, when you learn about it, you're like, man, we're really amazing people that we've been constantly.
How about that? You're amazing people. No, you should think that you're amazing people.
Mm-hmm. We've been battling of our lives, fighting constantly about our peace, our lands. Yep. It's amazing at the same time, crazy. It's amazing at the same time, crazy.
Next female that we got to honor during the Haitian Revolution is Marie-Jeanne Lamartinière. She was a female soldier who served at the legendary battle at Côte-à-Pierrot in 1802. During this battle, General Dessalines and 1,300 men defended a small fort for 20 days against 18,000 attackers. To inspire the troops at the start of the battle, Dessalines waved a lit torch near an open powder keg and declared that he would blow the entire fort up if the enemy broke through. The rebels forced their way through the enemy lines and escaped into the mountains. Over 1,500 European soldiers died in this battle and only 300 Haitian deaths. French General Charles Dugois was assassinated during this battle. Marie Jeanne fought in the male uniform with a rifle and a sword. She was fearless and used a long rifle to snipe on the wounded enemy soldiers. Even as the fort was under heavy cannon fire, she kept encouraging the rebels. The French were astonished when they seen a woman standing on the walls. A sword at her waist, she distributed cartridges and helped to load the cannons. So
Pause it. Remember, black women, Other joke. Black women, unlike other women, black women have always been warriors, always, through history. White women know. Asian women know. Black women always, from Africa to enslaved, black women have always been warriors, always. Always. Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, another general in the Haitian Revolutionary Army who I also believe did not get to see the independence be declared. I believe that he died sometime in 1802. Yes, he also died in November 1802. So many of these ancestors did not get the chance to even see the end result and the fruit of the labor that they were fighting for. The next woman that we got to honor is the wife of General Toussaint Louverture, Madame Toussaint Louverture, Suzanne Simon Baptiste Louverture.
Pause it. Remember Toussaint Louverture being an African, being a moron. The French told him, "Hey, we just want to talk to you. Come to France, right? We're gonna talk to you, and we're gonna try to make a peace treaty." He believed, I don't understand black people. I don't understand their love. So remember, he goes to France. They lock his ass up and starve him to death until he dies in prison in France. Like, what are you doing? You believe they were going to do right by you? And you fight these wicked crackers? Oh, well, yes. Napoleon said he wants to talk to me and we'll discuss. No, they locked your dumb ass up and left you in prison, starved you to death up in there, and let you die. White people are not fair. Shit's crazy. You fighting the most wickedest people on the planet. You still try to be good. Give me that good shit, African people. Shit's crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Mm-hmm. And Sagina says he thought he saw him as an equal. I bet so. I do.
He said what now?
He thought he saw him as an equal. I think that's also majority of these African leaders when they go even to these meetings, they want to see themselves at the same master's level. But you don't think
exactly what he wanted to do. Exactly, because remember, he was also in the French military. He was in the French military. Toussaint Louverture. So he thought he was going to be treated like a general in the French army. I'm one of you. I'm going to be treated with the respect as Europeans give each other when they fight. No, they knocked your ass in the head, threw you in a dirty cell, and let you die in there. Go ahead, Joey.
Okay.
No, the wife of the legendary general. As we know, she was arrested and deported with her husband in 1802 when he was captured by the French colonial army. Napoleon Bonaparte sent General Charles Leclerc to apprehend Toussaint Louverture and deport him to a French prison. Suzanne and her children were transported to Bayonne, where they were placed under the supervision of General Ducos. She was tortured, but never provided any information about her husband. One source notes, when she arrived in prison, she weighed 250 pounds. She only weighed 90 pounds when leaving France. During all the years of torture, she gave a single answer: "I will never talk about my husband's business with his enemies." It was a mutilated Suzanne, a purely vegetative Suzanne, devoid of all her nails, with several broken bones. She died in 1816. I'm telling you, bro, women in the present day got built like the legendary women of the Haitian Revolution. Are you kidding me, bro? As soon as they break one bone, they telling all the business. They're gonna tell you where they buried the treasure. They're gonna tell you where they buried the millions. They're gonna tell us where we keep the guns at. They're gonna tell us where we keep the stash at. They're gonna tell us all our stash houses. Man, women nowadays ain't gonna ride. You know what I mean? Losing over 100 pounds, staying loyal to the death. Man, you crazy, bro. That's why this is the greatest generation of women of all time. The greatest. You have to have a special group of women like this, you know what I mean, to accompany a special group of men like this, period.
Of course.
The next woman that we
Revolutionaries.
gotta acknowledge,
Right?
the
They ready to
wife
ride.
of General Henri Christophe, Queen Marie-Louise Corvidad Christophe. As we know, unlike most black women born in the European colonies, Marie-Louise was born into an elite free black family, and she was never enslaved. She was the most powerful black woman of the 19th century. Her father purchased his freedom and owned one of the most successful hotels in the colony. Diplomats and elites from all over the world visited her family's hotel. At the hotel, she met her husband, General Henri Christophe, when he worked as a teenage employee. During the 1700s, Haiti was the richest European colony on the planet, powered by the active labor of 500,000 enslaved
It was
Africans.
the slaves. That's right, the slavery. Pause the book. It was the richest, not this kind, the richest place in the world. Of course, off the backs of Africans, enslaved Africans. It was richer than America at that time. Now it's in poor and fucked up. Why? Because white people are stealing the shit out of there. It didn't just become poor. White people got it and started stealing out of it again. Go ahead, Joe.
Joined the Haitian Revolution around the age of 24 and later became king at the age of 44. By age 39, Christophe was the most powerful black man in the world and had the ability to mobilize an army of over 50,000 men at any given time. Marie-Louise had her own royal court and commanded a legion of all-female soldiers who served as her own personal bodyguards at the royal palace. Her husband committed suicide in 1820, which left the kingdom open to invasion. She inherited the modern equivalent of close to $100 million and went into exile under the protection of the British Navy. She lived in England among the British elite for over 10 years and then lived in Italy for over 20 years. She died in 1851 at the age of 73. One of her sisters later became First Lady of Haiti in 1845. The next woman that we got to acknowledge is Empress Marie-Claire Félicité, the wife of General Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Now, as we know, Dessalines, ladies, man, had a chick on every damn corner, every damn side of the island. You know what I mean? The chick was falling over trying to get to Dessalines, right? But it was one woman that stood out above the rest, Empress Marie-Claire. Now, I wasn't there. I can't tell you what she did to, you know what I mean, stand out from the pack. But whatever that Dessalines saw in her, it was enough for her to end up being the first lady of Haiti in 1804. Empress of Haiti, not just first lady, Empress. Because as we know, Dessalines claimed himself Emperor of Haiti. Yes, the Empire of Haiti is what it was called when it was first founded in 1804. Yes, indeed. Now, as we know, Empress Marie-Claire, she was born in Léogâne to a poor but free family. She was known as the daughter of a governess of a religious order. She married Pierre Lunic, a master cartwright, who died in 1795. Shortly after, she began a relationship with Dessalines. During the siege of Jacmel in 1800, around the War of Knives against the mulattoes in the South, she made a name for herself for her work
against the mulattoes. Exactly. They got to fight the exactly. A war against the mulattoes. The mulattoes were fucking Haiti up. These niggas wanted to go back and be with the white folks. We want our white masters back. Please, we want to be with white daddy. Okay, understand? Mulattoes are dangerous. So, you know, listen, we got to kill these mulatto motherfuckers. Get them out of here. What's going on? Because they were conspiring with the Europeans to let them come back in and take over Haiti in the beginning, way before 100 years ago. The mulattoes wanted, we want to be ruled by white people, please. We consider ourselves white. Remember, most mulattoes always consider themselves white because white people have the power. So, I tell you, it's dangerous making mulatto. Go ahead, Joe.
To convince Dessalines, who was one of the soldiers besieging the city, to allow some roads to be open so that the wounded of the city could receive some medical attention. She led a procession of women and children with food, clothes, and medicine back to the city, and then arranged for the food to be cooked on the streets. On the 2nd of April, 1800, she married Jean-Jacques Dessalines, whom she had a long-time relationship. They officially had 7 children. Princess Marie-Françoise Dessalines, Albert Dessalines, Prince Jacques Bien-Aimé Dessalines, Princess Celestine Dessalines, Princess Jean-Sophie Dessalines.
Now look how advanced Haiti was, and now fucked up it is, just a completely a failed country, just destroyed from its regal past. You would never even know, because you know the history Joe be showing how regal and royal Haiti once was. You look at today, just completely destroyed by the white, completely overrun and fucked up. That's what they do. Go ahead, Joby.
That's Céline Dessalines. Mary Louise was described as kind, merciful, and natural, with an elegant and cordial manner. She adopted the numerous children produced by Dessalines' adulterous affairs. She was a contrast to her husband in her tolerance and support by showing kindness to people of all colors and all backgrounds. She was a great opponent of Dessalines' policy towards the white French people of Haiti. She saw to the needs of the prisoners, and she did not hesitate, despite her husband's anger, to save many of them from battle wounds suffered during the Revolutionary War. So, as we know,
White people. What's his name? He wanted to kill all.
You know what I mean?
He probably was not. He said, "Hey, let all these crackers die." What's wrong with you? Well, her being an African woman, we can't do that. You got to love them and help them while they with their wounds. African women with their fucking humanity shit. Lord,
contrast to Dessalines, where, as we know, Dessalines, big gangster, big chief, she was the voice of reason. She was that feminine energy. She was that feminine essence that, you know, a big boss man need. You feel what I'm saying? So big shout out to Empress Marie Claire. Now, the next woman we got to acknowledge is one of Dessalines' mistresses. Hell yeah. Now, I'm so glad that
how many mistresses he have? Shit. Oh yeah, got the shade room on the route. All right, cause the shade room would have fucked everything up them goopy Nigerian niggas. Good.
Days, because man, the gossip in the magazine and the comment section would have been crazy when they found out how many mistresses and girlfriends and side chicks Dessalines had on deck. But we're gonna speak about one of his more famous mistresses, Miss Euphemie d'Aguy. As we know, we can refer to her as the royal mistress and the intelligence agent under the regime of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Euphemie d'Aguy was a rather mysterious woman who held incredible power in the Caribbean during the 19th century. Her mission was to spy and gather information on the military of southern Haiti, who were planning to overthrow and assassinate Dessalines. After the War of Independence in 1804, several mulatto generals from the South refused to allow the rulership of a black man, and many of them decided to stand in opposition to Dessalines' government. Euphemie met Dessalines during the 17th.
I told you, see? I told you. The mulatto. What'd you say, Joby?
John Mosquito, get out of here. You've not even been here the whole day. We've been asking for you. So please, get out of here.
What did he say?
I didn't play his music request. I didn't play Jiba's music request because I say his music sucks.
I thought you did play his music request. I didn't even know. I thought you played everybody's music request yesterday. Anyway, I thought you played everybody's shit. You was there playing. I don't know. I thought you played everybody. Because I'm surprised you played my damn Coltrane. You played that. So I don't know what they talk about. Anyway, you see, it was the mulattoes that wanted to overthrow Dessalines. I said that. The mulattoes. Oh, we don't want to be ruled by no nigger, by no African. We're mulatto. We got white blood in us. That's what I told you. He was to keep our yours harsher mulattoes. That's why, nigga. Every time you see in Africa, we got the continent, it was always the mulattoes that was trading you out. Always. Sorry, that's their history. I'm not trusting your motherfucking ass. I know your goddamn story. Sorry. Do history over and over. Keep showing it's the mulattoes that kept trading out Africans every time. Whether you was on the continent or off the continent, it was the same mulatto bullshit over and over again. They wanted to be closer to white daddy. Well, I'm going to give you white daddy, but I'm going to put a bullet in your fucking head. Okay? That's what you're getting from me. Go ahead, Joe.
1899 Civil War between the black generals and the mulatto generals, also known as the War of Knives. Her relationship with Dessalines was public, and she was granted an allowance paid by the state and also owned several businesses. After Dessalines was assassinated by the Southern generals in 1806, a mob broke into her house with the intent to assassinate her, but she managed to escape. She later married another high-ranking general in the Haitian military. She died in 1834. Now, yes, you feel me? D'Aguy, scandalous woman. In fact, before she met Dessalines, she was already the quote-unquote baby mama. She already had a child with another high-ranking general who shall not be named because, to be honest, I don't really remember his name. But yeah, she had a child with him and then ended up creeping with Dessalines for a time in between. And then when Dessalines died, she went back to, the father of her child. So, scandalous woman, but she played her role to a T because Dessalines knew that there were plots coming up against him. He knew that there were conspiracies to assassinate him coming up against him. So what he did, the same thing he did to the French soldiers back during the Revolutionary War, using women as intelligence agents to spy,
right.
You know what I mean, act like a fly on the wall and get into the enemy's camp. Dessalines actually sent women into the camp of the mulatto generals down south. And of course, when Dessalines got assassinated and it was exposed the role that she was playing, they tried to assassinate her as well. But luckily, I don't know what she did. I don't know how she pulled it off, but you know what I mean, she got up out of there. And then she went back to,
Dessalines got assassinated.
Lives happily ever after.
The mulattoes finally got his ass. So the mulattoes fucked the country up.
Powerful woman, very wealthy woman, very elite status woman. You know what I mean? Always hung around powerful men. You know what I mean? Always was, you know what I mean, creeping with a general. You know what I mean? Never no low-ranking soldier, never no farmer, never no artisan. Never
and you guys remember Baby Doc and Papa Doc and Baby Doc, who were puppets of the Americans, were mulattoes. That was a mulattoes family. They put the mulattoes overtrade the revolution. I tell you, I don't care, African people, I'm brutal. Don't bring me no fucking mulattoes. I'm murdering all of them. Don't bring them to me. Not doing no revolution. They got to go now. See, white people won't accept them, but black people always will. Motherfucker, I'm not accepting shit. During the revolution, I'm getting rid of your ass. You dangerous. Go to the white people. You have white, why you always become the black? Go to white people. Oh, they're not going to accept your ass. Neither will I. I got to do what your daddy and your mama didn't want to be with black people. That's they fucked up shit. Don't talk to them for producing your ass. But I'm not fucking with you. And you better get going. I'm going to put a bullet in your fucking head. Okay? Every revolution you've ever found is the mulattoes that always fucked it up. Because black people want to be loving and kind. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna be loving and kind, put you right up in a pine box. Get your ass out of here. Go ahead, Joey.
Creeping with a big general, you know what I mean? And there was a lot of women like that during the Haitian Revolution. You know, they only hung out with generals, only hung out with kings, only hung out with bosses. You know what I mean? It was just certain chicks. They just had it like that. You know, I guess, you know, those are probably the Instagram models of that day. You know what I mean? The next woman that we got to acknowledge, now that we've mentioned, you know what I mean, Dessalines' wife, Dessalines' mistresses, we got to examine the woman who raised Dessalines, the woman who raised him from a young boy.
That day, they knew the protocols when a bad bitch step in the room.
Up into a grown man, up into a head of state, the woman who was there to see it all. Victoria Mantu, aka Adrabaya Toya, a female Dahomey warrior who was captured into slavery and then raised the greatest general of all time. Yes, indeed. Before the revolution, she and Dessalines had been enslaved on the same estate, and the two remained close throughout her life, with Dessalines referring to her as his aunt. She is believed to be born in the kingdom of Dahomey in present-day Benin. Some sources indicate that she was a high-ranking soldier there.
So Dahomey, so she was in Africa in Dahomey with King's empire. So she probably did something wrong in Dahomey, and they enslaved her ass and got her ass over into Haiti. Because they say she was a person in the military of Dahomey. So they punished her by enslaving her ass and taking her to Haiti. Wow. I told you, don't tell me nothing about no motherfucking Dahomey. Ain't no fucking Benin. You raggedy ass niggas. And I'm not talking about the Benin Kingdom. Guys, the Benin Kingdom was in Nigeria. I'm talking about the country of Benin today. So these names are have nothing to do with the ancient empire. Benin Empire was in modern day Nigeria. Benin is a country today that was Dahomey, was the Dahomey Empire with the Amazon, with the women and the women king shit that Joby said was born. So this one his bride was from, and she must have made the king mad, and they enslaved her ass and sent her to Haiti. Go ahead, Joby.
Slave, or when she arrived in Haiti. Before the revolution, she lived on the Duclos estate with Dessalines. She was described as intelligent and energetic and shared a close relationship with Dessalines and the same hatred towards slavery. She was reported as a skilled warrior, midwife, and a healer who organized several rebellions before the momentous meeting at Bois Caiman in 1791.
Skilled warrior, she's from Dahomey. Skilled warrior, she's always skilled warrior before the revolution. She's from Dahomey. She's one of them Dahomey bitches, right? We seen in The Woman King. She's one of them motherfuckers. She's one of them motherfuckers. Like, got somebody mad, and they sold her away to white people, and she ended up in Haiti. So she was a skilled warrior before she got to Haiti, before they enslaved her. So yeah, she's one of the homie. That might be her karma for enslaving other Africans. They enslaved her ass. She did something wrong, annoyed the king somehow, and they threw her ass into slavery. So yeah, so she was already skilled. So she's from the Woman King shit, the homie. Go ahead, Joe.
Dessalines became emperor of Haiti, and he gave Victoria the title of Duchess. When she was dying, the emperor urged a French doctor to save her life, stating that Toya was his aunt who had shared his feelings since before the revolution. She was given a state funeral with a procession of 8 sergeants and Empress Marie Claire dressed in black between 2 non-commissioned officers who led the convoy. Big up, big up, big up to the Queen Mother of the nation, Adarabaya Toya, aka Victoria Mantu, the mother of General Jean-Jacques Dessalines. We're gonna call her the mother because she raised him. No
wonder. Pause again, Joe. But can you guys pause again, Joe? Can you imagine these crackers' heads in the late 1700s? A group of African slaves, Africa take over the richest part of the world, and then call themselves emperors and kings and princesses? I didn't know that part of it. You imagine these crackers' heads exploded? That's why Britain came. This wasn't just about France. This was a plight on white people and white power. That's why they destroyed Haiti at these goddamn niggas. Create a kingdom. That's why I said, why did England come and Portugal and Spain? Why all these other European powers? What they had to do with it? No, it's about white people. How they get on code. These niggas now got the richest island, richest place in the world, and call themselves emperors and empresses and queens. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Today, Haiti's so fucked up. You can imagine this was Haiti's past when you look at Haiti today. Haiti is utterly destroyed. You would never know it was the richest place in the world back then, that these Africans were kings and queens. You would even, this is fucking mind-blowing. Go ahead, Joe.
It's the way shortly after he was born. She never got to see him grow up to be the legendary man that he became. But luckily, Dessalines got into the hands of this beautiful woman, this legendary woman, and the rest is history. The next woman that we got to acknowledge is another one of these powerhouse, powerful women who were among some of the most powerful women of her century. Yes, indeed, we got to acknowledge Jules Lachenais, also known as Marie-Madeleine Lachenais. A politically active and highly influential Haitian woman. She was the mistress and political advisor of 2 Haitian presidents, General Alexander Pétion and General Jean-Pierre Boyer, and she exerted a significant amount of influence over the affairs of the state during the presidencies for a period of 36 years. She was called the president of 2 presidents and regarded to have been the most politically powerful woman in the history of Haiti before the introduction of women's suffrage in 1950. So as we know, back when women in America, white women in America complaining and getting their butt kicked, women in Haiti, they are enjoying power. They're enjoying a level that is non-existent to most women in the world. You're talking about women who have been on the battlefield. You're talking about women that have died on the battlefield. You're talking about women that have fought against colonial governments. You're talking about women that have held positions, high-ranking positions in government. You're talking about women that have been given payments by the state serving as intelligence agents.
They went back to African rule. Oh, what was it? No, white women have always been fucked up. African women, with them with their culture, always been equal in society to African men. They just went back to the norm. Remember the Haitians, who they call Haitians, they come out of Africa. Those are Africans come out of the Congo, Angola, Nigeria, Mali. They're all a whole bunch of mixture. All they did was went back to what they know, which is African culture, where the woman is always equal. Today, not, because you got European cultures who put down their women. But African women have always been equal in society, as African traditions go. That's why women could have these positions. They wasn't looked down upon. That was the norm. Go ahead, Joe.
a state. You know what I mean? Like women really involved in the affairs of a government early in the early 1800s, way before concepts like women's suffrage is even a thought in the minds of anybody in the Western Hemisphere, let alone the planet. Marie Madeleine was the daughter of Marie Therese and a French colonist. She had a relationship with Alexander Pétion, with whom she had two daughters, Cécile and Ézélie. In 1807, Alexander Pétion became president and she acted as his advisor. Pétion appointed Jean-Pierre Boyer as his successor with her support. After the installment of Jean-Pierre Boyer in 1818, she functioned as mistress and political advisor to Boyer, as well as had a daughter with him, Azima. Her will affected the acts passed in Parliament between 1818 and 1840. In 1838, she persuaded Boyer to remain as president when he contemplated to step down. She also revealed and prevented a planned coup in which Faustin Soulouque was involved. After the deposition of Boyer in 1843, Marie Madeleine and her daughters, referred to as Boyer's family, were escorted to a ship to follow Boyer in his exile to Jamaica. She and her daughters lived on a pension from Haiti, which were officially only granted to her daughter Cécile. Boyer is reported to have married her or to have made plans to marry her shortly before her death. She died shortly after her arrival in Jamaica. Now, one thing I'll give Marie Madeleine...
The thing with Jamaica and Haiti, they're close. Because a lot of the slaves from Jamaica came over to Haiti as slaves, and before that revolution. So are they Haitians today or are they Jamaicans? Half the Haitians are now speaking like Jamaicans and half the Jamaicans are speaking like Haitians today. It was Bookman from Haiti who started the whole revolution Bookman, who's from Jamaica, who started the revolution in Haiti. And he's the one who told you we got to get rid of these white guys. He was from the island of Jamaica, who was brought over to be a slave in Haiti. Bookman Dada, whatever his name is. So, yeah. That's why I told you it's silly to call yourself anything other than African. Because you got the Haitians that went over to become Jamaicans, and the Jamaicans went over to become Haitians. The same fucking people. Go ahead, Joe.
AKA Jude Lachunette, is that even though she was a multiracial woman, I believe that she was only 1/4 black. She wasn't even a mulatto. I believe she was like the daughter of a mulatto woman and a white man, but she was an African identified woman, meaning that she subscribed to voodoo. When Boyer was in power, the Catholic Church was struggling.
Is that octoroon or quadroon, guys? What else go? Is it octoroon? That means she was an octoroon or a quadroon. You got mulatto, octoroon, quadroon, then white. So she was either octoroon or a quadroon, whatever they call that shit.
Government, because she was trying to get the Catholic Church up out of there. She was trying to decrease their power, trying to take land from them, trying to evict the Catholic priests, trying to get them off the island. She was an African identified woman. She practiced voodoo. Her daughter is named Ézélie. And if you know anything about voodoo, you know Ézélie is a very high-ranking spirit in the voodoo pantheon, especially the Haitian voodoo pantheon. So if her own daughter is named after figures in the Haitian voodoo pantheon, you could understand, like I said before, General Alexander Pétion was an African identified mulatto. He was more so on the African side, but he definitely had, some European leanings, whereas Marie Madeleine, who was not even a half mulatto, she was like 25% black, but she was fully African identified all the way 100%, zero European identification within how she saw the world. And that also affected how the government was moving. And in fact, the Catholic Church could not even get a foothold in power until after Boyer died, after Pétion died, after all the revolutionary generals died.
Remember, exactly. That's what I told you. Most of them are Christians now. But remember, Haiti kicked out all that Christian shit. And this shit got to go. But after they all died, because crackers are never going to stop. That religion shit is to put you in enslavement. That's why I said, they practicing voodoo in Haiti. No, they're not. You're on the island is Christian. Crackers never gonna leave you alone with that fake ass Christian shit. Come back in and take up your mind and steal the damn land. And that's what they did. Go ahead, Joe.
Secured the deal around, I believe, 1860, sometime around there. So yes, indeed, the Catholic Church had to wait damn near 60 years before they could settle back in on the island and get a regime that was actually favorable to what they were trying to do. So, I got to give a big up to, Queen Mother Jude Lachunette, aka Marie Madeleine Lachunette. the final woman that we gotta acknowledge now, just because we named the short list, is just because we're pressed for time. We already 20 minutes long. I hate making videos this long because I feel like y'all don't even watch it all the way through. You know what I mean? I know y'all got short attention spans. This is the ADHD era, the microwave era. So I know when I'm dropping stuff that's 20, 30, 40 minutes long, an hour long, I know y'all be falling asleep. I know y'all be switching the channel. But you know, it is what it is though. If you still listening, you still rocking with me, love you. Got love for you. Keep rocking with me. They love. As we know, Haiti was the first nation in the Western Hemisphere to integrate women into the armed forces, mainly because it was an ancestral tradition taken from the Kingdom of Dahomey, which had a female army of 6,000 plus warriors.
Exactly.
Early
It wasn't just taken from Dahomey. It wasn't just Dahomey. It was African tradition. It comes from no fucking Dahomey. It came from Africa. African women were always equal in society. What do you think about Queen Azinga, moron? Down in the Congo, in Angola. Women were always the equal to men. It's not today because Africa's been completely Europeanized. Yeah, that wasn't just the homie, that was African. You didn't put your woman in no fucked up position. She was equal to you within the system. Africans never seen the African woman as below them. They do now because it's everything from Kenya, Ghana. Those are European systems you're living in. Those are not African systems. Those are European systems. Go ahead, Joe.
Dahomey king and fought against the French military in the Franco-Dahomean Wars during the 1890s. A large amount of Haitians traced their ancestry directly back to the Dahomey Kingdom in West Africa. The Dahomey Kingdom was destroyed in 1904 due to French invasion. During the Haitian Revolution, women served as agents and spies to infiltrate, gather intelligence, and poison the enemy. Women also fought directly on the battlefield and held positions such as lieutenant and sergeant. Some historians also claim that Haitian women were more brutal than the men. Sanit Belair was born free and married to Charles Belair, the nephew of Revolutionary General Toussaint Louverture. Sanit and her husband were responsible for the rebellion of the entire enslaved population in the Latibonite region. The French military launched a surprise attack and captured her in 1802. She was sentenced to death and killed at the age of 21. Her husband was also executed. She died bravely, screaming, "Long live freedom." So yes, indeed, I had to leave the best for last. You know, young goddess died in her early 20s, never even got to see an independent Haiti. Like many of our ancestors, I believe, you know, she died in 1802, you know, 2 years off the finish line. So she never even got to see an independent Haiti with her own eyes. You know, hopefully in the afterlife, you know, in the ancestral realm, she was able to see it and be with us in spirit, but she never got to live to see it. Gave her life, died bravely, died like a G. You know what I mean? Early 20s. Now, how many women you know that's going to die in their early 20s, you know what I mean, die with her husband, executed by her husband, no fear, not scared of nothing. You know what I mean? How many is going to ride like that?
Oh, wait, pause that, stupid. They put some context behind that. Because they went back to African traditions, they knew that this life is an illusion. So they were taught their old African spirituality, that there's no such thing as death. So that made them easier to die. That's why the Europeans didn't understand why these niggas not scared to die. That's one thing with the Haitian religion. They got rid of that fake Christianity. Remember, they didn't get back on the island until 60 years later. They got rid of that Christian shit. They get Brooklyn from Jamaica told you, get rid of this shit. You Africans, there's no such thing as death. Death is an illusion. We had to fight this cracker. There's no such thing as death. That's why the Haitians were not afraid to die. They went back to African traditions. Africans know that there's no such thing as death. So motherfucker, kill me. Do what you gonna do. I'll never die. You fucking stinking ass cracker. Oh shit. Damn you.
Yeah, so I'm going to share that. I wanted to share that. That's some amazing history to learn and know, because I also didn't know a bunch of things that also women participated in the revolution of Haiti, and it's a bunch of them. So literally it's mentioned everything. So the last 6 minutes is his conclusion, so I'm not going to share the rest. But I hope you guys also learned something from that. That is a recovery of Keith hijacking my show earlier today, and I hope you have learned something.
You're supposed to get that to the Kenyan police, not me. You're supposed to get that education to the Kenyan police, not me, Joe.
Did you know all of it? You just got surprised by some few things. Did you know all of
I know. I didn't know all of it. I agree. I didn't know all of that. I didn't. It connected a lot of dots. that
Yes.
a lot of the Haitians are from the Dahomey Empire, are
Mhm.
from Benin, from that area. A lot of them are from there. I know a lot of them came out of the Congo. I know a lot of them came directly from Spain. A lot of them are the actual Moors who were taken into slavery when they lost Spain too.
Mhm. Yes, I'm just gonna go through the comments very quickly.
But
The ones I can, the ones I can't, and then we're gonna move to the history of now. That is Isaac. Let me read his name correctly. Isaac Woodward. Yeah, Isaac Woodward. Such a sad history, and like I said, when I was doing research on this, I kind of felt really sad because it's sad to see when our own people trying to make jokes out of something that is really, really serious and very effective to us as a race of Black people. And then trying to look at how racism is really effective, especially to the Black Americans, to be specific. And then you come out on YouTube because when I was doing research and trying to look at videos that can make sense out of this story, apart from just the article, I bumped into a really shitty video of someone making fun out of it, making a whole 16 episodes. So, how many episodes do you have before the 16th one? 15? What are you talking about? Because it's just so sad. I hope our people can literally learn that as much as you're really trying to look at or educate people out of, in these platforms, don't do it out of selfishness. That's all I can say. Because that felt really, one of the videos I bumped into made me really sad. I'm like, this is selfish. You're doing it for your own numbers, not because you really want to educate people. You're making fun of the history. It's not like you really want to pass the history. So it's crazy. So you shall get into that is Isaac Woodward. Like I said, he's a World War II veteran who hours later, after being honorably being discharged, he was attacked by the South Carolina police. So we shall get into that and much more. But let me go through the comments very quickly. I see we
yeah, I
have,
know that's right. I think they attacked him in his uniform and
yeah,
made him blind or something like that. If I remember.
yeah, that's so sad, man. That's super,
You
super
go
sad.
you go fight the white man's enemy. That's what I said. Remember that movie Joby show with the goddamn girls named male shit? We gotta prove ourselves. I'm not proving my shit to none of you crackers. Fuck all that. Come back. So as soon as they come back, the man is beaten and made blind after fighting for these white people. Nah, fuck that. Joby.
Mhm. Yeah, but before I share that, Juba remind me to also share that story of because that also shook me when you say the grandmother was also in the car too. We have this lady from South Carolina. Someone confirmed that I think it was on second one. Is it South Carolina if I'm not wrong? Let me see. You mentioned it here on second one. So you saw the story. Yeah, but I'll literally share that because that was really, it's crazy. And then when you see how the baby daddy is coming to respond. Again, women, don't give bum men children. Stop. I don't know, man. I'm not having no bum man's children. I'm sorry, I can't.
We, Joby,
Well,
we already know your
uh, uh,
position. Know your position when a bad bitch step in the room. Oh, we know. Come, we
the
know.
procedure. Understand? It's called the what's the procedure? Yeah, but also see Juba says the dynamic reason channel did a good breakdown. And also see and Sankan also says lock the doors and you could just walk in at night. Okay, let me get the that's what I'm saying. Let me get the comments that literally gonna relate to why I can. Sijiba says yes, Joby crackers would think it's a bad but it's communication. Exactly. When it came to the wars, I love that. When our people could create their patterns of escape, in their hair, through the women's hair, like, the plainting. That's why personally I love, if you look at when I do my plainting, leave alone the braids, my my plainting has patterns. I love doing patterns on my head a lot. That's one of the things, one of the favorite hairs I want to do so much. Yeah, I love straight, like, cornrows with the patterns on my head.
That was
It is
that was Joey's past life in America running to freedom. Do you know how to get out of here, girl? I got it in my head. We going up to Canada, nigga. Yeah, let's
yeah,
go.
that's why I'm in Africa. That's why I'm in Africa. Trace your way, right?
I was Joey. Joey was running away, had all kind of designs in her head and shit. Is that the map? That's the map to freedom, nigga. Come on.
See, me, I like the way I give. I love our salonist because we share the same salonist. Me and Shmani used to we share the same salonist. Shmani and I and Katie, literally. So she
Okay.
understands the assignment. You tell her this, and I think Sheila too. Sheila also joined the club. So you tell her do this. She does it exactly. It might be complicated, but it is delivered. The patterns,
Uh,
especially.
when you know you join the club, Sheila's in the top. But yeah, you do that damn bitch Joe B hair. You make sure you fuck it up.
Me, I'm the big. I'm the big dog. I'm the literally the big woman syndrome there. Says I'm the big woman syndrome. They respect me so much. Oh my god, like much. Like Joby is there. I get all the services, all the phone calls, anything I
Oh,
need, hands down.
Joey, Joey. So you trying to let us know you the queen bee in there.
And I'm the queen bee everywhere I
You the
walk.
all
So
right. All right. Okay. I'm done. Shit.
I'm the queen bee everywhere I walk. People understand the aura you bring. When you walk in a room. So yeah, I'm the queen bee everywhere I walk. But anyway, as we continue, also see Jiba says, "Have any Kenyan soldiers taken the Datnam in Haiti?" Like I said, I don't know, but I know they're not really well paid. As you can see, the exploitation of resources, what they're doing. Kenya's received a couple of funds, but these people are not really well paid. That's why they come here and steal chai, or even kill themselves. Trust me, we have cases of so many these soldiers, KDFs, I don't know, always shooting themselves. Or he shot himself, or he shot, because life is not adding up to them. You've been working, serving the government, but you end up being poor, dead poor. Like the heck, it's crazy. But also, saying second one says, did you all hear that Trump administration are attempting to grant the Afrikaners refugee status in the United States? Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been
we
discussing
talked about it.
that.
We talked about it. You see, and it smells like you got Stu Peters race ass. Oh, the white genocide in South Africa. If there's no genocide, you moron, they would have left to America. They don't want to go to America because they know they get to abuse those niggas there. They said no. Why would they turn it down? He's telling you white people can come to America. Them white people know they can't get that same bullshit. They get in South Africa and get knocked the fuck out. They said, no, we not, no, we good. We good, Trump. Thank you. Go ahead, Joe.
Jiba also says, my grandparents saw me young that whites will plot 50 years to get you even after you are dead.
They right, boy. Your grandparents, they knew exactly. They be knowing. They will still plot on your ass. You got that right.
And second also says that they done told us that black men have no rights. That's a white man that a white man must recognize for.
Exactly.
Okay. I also see John Mosquito Karibu sana once again. Jib also says, I think Depression era sisters were the last upright riders. Like these sisters, boomers
I think the ball.
dropped.
Yeah, I think so too. I think those women Joey was looking at in the wartime, that movie, those were the last really great black women in America. That was the last great generation of black women. I agree.
I
I
bet
think
so. It
our
was
I
a
think
good
our
movie.
parents, but they did raise our fucked up parents. So
Yeah, that was really a good movie. I hope most of you have checked it out. Yeah, it was really, really an amazing one. I got a lot of information from that personally, learned a lot about the World War II and what the women contributed to
yeah,
America. Yeah, and also Sam Sankenon says, Keith hijacked Joby's show. He was full in back breaking mode. I know that was today in the morning about the British eating beans and bread.
them beans,
It's
them general mosquitoes, beans on bread, niggas. So,
That was I know you don't eat that. I know he's capping. Trust me. I know. Trust me. I know. Tell me he's capping. You don't eat that. And then
they,
also say,
he might not eat because general mosquitoes are vegetarian. He might not eat that horrible ass beans on bread shit. But a lot of them niggas eat that beans on bread.
and also see, we have Jerome Scripture says that the preachers in church always demonished Tahiti. They say that Haiti was in turmoil because they practice voodoo.
Good. Because they turned away from Jesus and they turned away from white Jesus and went to the African voodoo. The voodoo is what got them free. And they say that bullshit. And they got them free, but then they went back into voodoo. No, they went back to Christianity. Why they fucked up? Joby just read it right there. They went back to the Christian shit. 60 years later. They've been a Christian country for 150 years now. So please, spare me the voodoo shit. When they went back to Africa, they were kings and queens and emperors and empresses and living their best life and the richest country in the world. Talk that crazy shit to me. When they went back to that Christian shit, they all poor and fucked up. Good.
Also, Ziba says, I wonder if the central banks were kept out of Haiti and that brought on the overthrow attempts along with them detesting our
remember, they didn't have a central bank, yes, but they put a central bank in. Remember, they went in there, and like Joby said, remember, they went and robbed the bank and killed the president, killed the members in parliament back in 1920. That's what Smedley Butler was talking about. Remember, Wars of Iraq, he said we just went in and invaded Haiti for no reason. That was the reason. They're mad because Haiti got free 100 years ago. 120 years before that. Damn niggas. You think you're going to stay free? You think you're going to control this money? You rotten ass niggas. Come and take this shit back over. Because remember, Haiti was paying a tax to France. African people always do the dumbest shit. They were paying a freedom. Remember, they was paying the French for their freedom. Joby showed, I think Joby just showed they just got done paying that shit. We showed in the show. Put us up real quick, Joby, again. So what year did Haiti get done paying France for slavery? You had Haiti paying the slave masters. Why would you do that? Slave masters supposed to be paying you. You don't want to work for free.
1947.
1947? Those are 100 and almost 50 years they paid France. They paid France money for their freedom. That's your fucking mind. But that's shit black people do. I'm going to pay you. After I defeated you on the battlefield, I'm going to pay you because your wicked ass enslaved me. I'm going to pay you for enslaving me. You got your fucking mind.
We still have
people
asking, anyone know if Haiti wealthy funded slave revolts in the colonies? That's a question.
Yeah, not in the colonies, down in they were scared about that. Not in America, but I think with Denmark Vesey, yeah, remember Denmark Vesey, I think was from Haiti, where the slave revolt in South Carolina. But they didn't fund that. They funded the ones in Colombia and Venezuela. They said, we'll help. Remember these countries were fighting their colonial masters. So Venezuela and Colombia was fighting Spain. And so they helped them fight Spain. He said, but with the condition of us helping you fight Spain and Portugal, we want all black people free in these colonies. and so that's what they did. That's another part. That was another problem. Go ahead, Joe. What happened? What you laughing about? What happened?
Nice. I'm really back and forth between Ansankira and John Mosquito. That's all. But I also see we have Naska. Is it Noski? Man, I'm super short-sighted. It's Noski. I'm super short-sighted. I'm really super short-sighted, and I really assume I'm really super short-sighted. But we have nothing in the house. I also see John Mosquito says this is not a ghetto flask. What you mean? Do you know how expensive this flask is?
Ghetto flask. Tell him, Joby.
What do you want me to sell this bottle to them? Do you know how expensive it is? I don't know about that's money. God damn. Stop playing with me. I don't do cheap shit, okay? I look cheap. Do I really look cheap? I invest in once. So yeah, I'm not gonna do cheap. I like things that literally last me long. So I don't have a water bottle. So when I bumped into this, I had to buy like, and I like hydrating. So stop playing with me, Jaws speed. But yeah, as we get into the conversation of Isaac Woodward, before that, I had a video, of course, to share about this lady. This lady
Go ahead.
just, yeah, this lady, her children froze literally. They were homeless and they've been living in a car to the point where
Wow.
the children died in the cold. And she said she reached the homeless department, but they didn't help her in any sort of way.
What city? What city is this, Joey? What city is she in? They
Let me
probably
see.
say it.
Maryland woman. She's a
Oh,
Maryland.
Maryland. She probably was in somewhere around Baltimore somewhere.
Yeah. But
Welcome.
before that, I also have another video on a share of a body cam footage
Uh,
where we have residents having a certain back and forth with the neo-Nazis. So let me share this very quickly. It was
oh yeah, that
pretty.
was in Cincinnati. Let me say the Cincinnati. She had some neo-Nazis. Of course, they found that the police were helping them. Tried to go to a black neighborhood, and the black man said, "You ain't coming through here. We're going to have to beat your ass. This is not. We're not allowing that." And we found that it was the police that was also helping the neo-Nazis.
Mhm. Yeah, so let me share this very quickly.
Property taxes, bitch! I own my get that. I own my don't do it. I own my don't man. We got you understand why we're out here? My guys aren't going to get this 21. I didn't get down here. We can get out of here. Okay.
Why they go march? See, that's them trying to promote fear. Why they go march their ass to a white neighborhood? You the Nazis go march your ass to a white neighborhood. See, this is because Trump is in power. They want to project fear to black people. Yeah, us racist crackers are back in control. The Nazis and the KKK. And I can't even see out of this hood shit. Yeah, motherfucker. Knock your ass out, bring your punk ass through here. So that's what's going on. You know, why don't you go walk your ass to a white neighborhood? Because they're trying to instill fear in black people. See, this is the same terrorism shit they've always been doing through the whole history of the country. This is to terrorize black people. But you ain't got our grandmamas and great granddaddies no more. We ain't going to war for you, and we knocking your fucking ass out. You better not come to our neighborhoods with that punk ass white supremacy shit. You're getting fucked up. And the police are helping you. So what? Then they had to get this business too. Walk your ass to the white neighborhood.
No. Hey, come on. It's not working. It's not working. I got the wrong neighborhood.
That's right. Exactly. Let them go to your neighborhood and do this shit.
We'll get that. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Back, bro. It ain't worth it. Back. It ain't worth it. Back, guys, back. Bro, it's not, bro, it ain't worth it, man. It is. It's not worth it. You know it is. It ain't worth it. We got your ass people. Hey,
What is worth it?
gotta get out of here. It's not worth it, baby. Get that up out of here. Get your bitch ass out of here. Run here, man.
Everywhere you go, it's the same shit with these people.
Yeah, so that's the video over there. It's
Everywhere you go, it's the same shit. They run around talking about they being genocide in South Africa. But they say, okay, you racist bastards, come to America. Because you know that's what's going to happen. They don't do this shit in South Africa. Come here, you get knocked the fuck out. Like that. It ain't worth it. It is worth it. Let them go to your neighborhood. Why are they taking their white supremacy shit to the white neighborhood? Because they're white like you. Because it's to strength terror into black people. See, that's the whole thing. Terrorize the whole world. Right? These motherfuckers have always been savages. Terrorists. They are the terrorists.
So just a minute, I want to find that video of that
Uh,
lady,
go ahead.
the original video of her testifying that she went through. Then I will be able to find it.
Always been the terrorist.
All right.
So Trump is back in power, and this same old wacky shit is happening again.
So yeah, this is the mother of 2 children who died inside a van from
All right.
Kenya.
Hypothermia.
Yeah, and claimed that she tried to avoid homelessness, but the city never provided resources. And she says everyone wants to help now, and
Now when you're dead, exactly. It never help you when you need help. It won't help you after somebody dies. Because this is how criminal and evil a system white people always make. Every system they make is evil. Not to build on helping anybody. Why should she be outside in a car and it's freezing?
man, and the way it's been snowing, especially for the last few weeks, the way we've been reporting when we're reporting about the issue of snowing in those
Yeah.
couple of counties that were affected. But let me share this.
I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tatiana Williams with an even tougher battle ahead. She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there so bad. I tell them I'm
It's
sorry.
going pause it. It's gonna be more people. Pause it. There's gonna be more people out there. Remember, sorry, black women. Trump is cutting Section 8. He's cutting your food stamps. No more free food. No more free housing for people that can't afford housing. That's done. See, we don't got like they got in Africa. They got ancestral housing to go back to. When you don't got shit, you're done. You're out in the streets. You're homeless. Because everything they set up is wicked and evil. So, where was she going to go? And Trump just now, you're not getting them on Section 8. He already told you. You're cut off. You're going to get it one time. That's it. No more in your life. Your food stamps are getting cut off. No more food for you. So this is going to be the condition all the time here. Because the cracker is cruel. Every system he makes is cruel. That's why. It's gonna get more fucked. And what Trump is doing, he's controlling the demolition of America. You see how these farmers now going crazy? Trump has now cut their money out from their farms. Like, oh, all the racist white people. We shouldn't have voted for Trump. I'm losing my farm. Too bad for you, cracker. Too bad for you. This is a controlled demolition of the country. That's what's happening. He's going to try to get our Social Security, too. Did you guys see? I want y'all to show that video before we get out of here of Elon Musk's kid telling Trump to shut the fuck up. You guys
I'm going to share it. But
Go ahead. You can finish that one.
We've gotten the concept of that story. Now listen to the baby daddy here, who is such a...
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called. Saying,
You went to the gym? Nigga, where you been at with your kid? Wait, pause it. See, I need to know their relationship. You went to the gym. Your kids couldn't come to your apartment? Are you guys that bad? See, the relationship between black men and black women in America has been destroyed. She can, and lady, were you keeping your kids away from their father? When you could have took them, he had a place for them to go, and you didn't want to do that? See, I need to know the relationship, because they didn't have to die if you could have took them to their fathers. Go ahead, Joe, continue playing.
Big joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell
Oh, it's
Jr.
Detroit.
and
It's
2-year-old
Detroit.
Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say
Detroit.
the cause appears to be hypothermia, a
Holy
tragedy
shit.
stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked
What you
everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels.
course
I
you-
tried to
of
pay
course
people to
you
stay
did.
there. It wasn't working for me.
So
You know,
poverty.
people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother
Yeah.
Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she
Oh, wait,
reached
wait,
out
wait,
to
wait.
Curry, who's the
She been
father
li-
of 3
Her-
of her children.
Wait. Her mother was living in that with her too? And 2 other, oh, wait. She had, how many people in that van? The mother, 2 teenage siblings, and 4 kids? Is that what they saying, Joby?
Mm-hmm.
God damn! In a van? Man, that's goddamn 5, 6, 7, 8 people in a van. That's fucking crazy. But that's how poverty is. So shout out to you, Simba. You think African Americans are living a plush lifestyle. Okay? Shout out to you. So, So, she's bad decision making. That's why bad. So she got 3 kids in this guy. She's got 4 kids. So she been just giving her coochie out, making bad decision after bad decision. Like Joby said, no bum niggas. Because that's where it ends up at. That's why I would say, Joby, how'd you not end up like this lady here? Anyway, go ahead, Joe.
You don't want to bomb baby daddy. I don't want to be a baby mama. I don't want to be nobody's baby mama.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did
Asking
not.
you.
Lord, she said, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, I saw it. That's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Yeah,
Curry,
so
who
I
lives
mean,
in Novi, says Williams.
that means 3 months you didn't know where the fuck your kids are at, nigga, in the South Side. So he's a bum nigga. This is a loser type. This is a loser nigga here. And see, that's why you raise your daughter. I raise my daughter. This is a loser nigga here. Don't be ever bring no losers to my house. Don't tell me you're in love with no fuck boy. Talking about 3 months you didn't know where your own children are at? You don't know what's going on? He talking about then how cold he is about it. His child died. You don't care about. I don't know nothing about it. I did not. She didn't tell me nothing. And so what if those little motherfuckers are dead? God damn. But when you're stupid, you lay with morons. And sadly enough, she's probably pretty stupid. And you know, you got to be careful who you laying with. Shit's crazy.
Exactly.
Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days?
And you said no?
Y'all got it. I can't listen to bums like nah. I ain't messing with that. Like, I'm crazy. Don't say me normal. I'm crazy. Okay. I'm not the one to mess with. I'm not. Let me play. What history? We were supposed to talk about, of course, Isaac Woodward. I'm just gonna read the article and then share a video of a relative of his who is speaking about. Share the video. Yeah, the relative of his who speaks about everything, the history, and what happened.
His blindness allowed us to see. It allowed us to open our eyes and see the injustices that were done to African Americans in this country and still going on today in 2021.
Exactly. That's why they want to erase all your history. Still goes on today.
I am Laura Williams, the author of I Am Sergeant Isaac Woodard Jr., How My Story Changed America. Sergeant Isaac Woodard was my great uncle. His eldest sister was my grandmother.
Laura Williams' great uncle Isaac was a civil rights pioneer who never intended to be one.
Isaac Woodard was born on March 8th, 1919 in Winnsboro, South Carolina. At age 23, he enlisted in the United States Army, and he served the country for 3 years, and he actually won several awards. He received a battle star for unloading ships under enemy fire. He earned his star. His unit was strictly African American. It was segregation the entire time. There was no desegregation yet. And on the day of his return back to the States, which was February 12th, 1946, he took a Greyhound bus heading back to Georgia, home to his new wife and family. And that trip changed his life forever.
Back to the South.
The bus made multiple stops along the way.
Racist South.
One particular stop, Sergeant Woodard went to the driver to ask if it's okay for him to use the restroom. And of course, he's leaving from the back of the bus, right? Because of course, there's segregation.
Okay, so we weren't allowed to use the restroom. We had to be like an animal, go in the dark, go some fucked up place. And after just fought for this raggedy ass racist country. And he's talking to the country's never racist. It was just we're just all trying to learn. So he just fought, almost died. Now he can't even go use the damn bathroom. Go ahead, Joe.
And spoke to him in a very disrespectful manner.
Go on.
He basically told Sergeant Woodard, go sit down. Go back and sit down.
Go sit down, nigga.
I just fought for this country. Speak to me as a man as I'm speaking to you. I think I deserve respect. And of course, he had his full uniform on. So there was no question of who he was.
And that make white men mad. Talk about that make white people mad that you even got that American uniform on. How dare you, nigga? Got an American uniform. My friend just fought and almost died with the Germans. Same with the Kenyans over there fighting the Germans. The other Senegal, all these black people fighting for these crackers. They don't give a fuck. You save their ass, they come back and still, they're still the same people. The uniform made him even more angry. What you doing with this uniform on, boy? You think you're an American? Go ahead, Joe.
Represented. The driver at the time told him, sure, go ahead, use the restroom. He didn't say anything further to him until they reached the following bus stop. And when they reached that second bus stop in Batesburg, South Carolina, the driver got off the bus, summoned 2 police officers who were nearby, and brought them back on the bus and told him that Isaac was drunk and disorderly, which was not the case. Yet, they believed him. They escorted him off the bus, and shortly after that, they began to beat him. And they beat him so severely that they blinded him.
Look at it and kill his ass, because usually they would have hung him.
The nightsticks at that time, they had sort of like nails protruding from them.
Damn.
They used the end of those nightsticks and hit him in his eyes.
Damn. This is who they are. This is the savages they are. And this is who the fuck they are. And they're the same people today. Okay? This is who the fuck these people are. Because they don't have any humanity. You see nobody black doing no shit like this. For no reason. Go ahead, Joe.
And he was permanently blinded. After that happened, he was taken to the county jail. Of course, the bus went on its way. He was just thrown in a cell and left unattended, no medical treatment.
Left to die.
Bleeding, in pain, in anguish, alone. I'm sure.
And just got back from serving this raggedy motherfucking country.
The next day, Isaac Woodard was brought to a courthouse and charged with disorderly conduct. He was fined.
He's blind. Their justice system. He's charged with disorderly conduct. They made this motherfucker blind and beat him to death almost. And then also he's charged with disorderly conduct. This is how fucked up these. Lord my God, it's gonna be war against these people. That's what's coming. It's got to be. It's got to be. Justice has got to be done. Go ahead.
Then basically said, "You're free to go." Now here he is. He's 27 years old.
Now he's
Just returned
blind.
home, beaten,
Look,
blinded. He has no idea of where he is or where to go.
How does he get home?
He's free to go. Where is he going to go? There's no place to go.
Yeah. How does he get to Georgia from South Carolina?
Back to the jail, to the cell where he had spent overnight, just to at least gather his thoughts, I guess. But he was beginning to feel physically ill. Over time, they realized that he was getting so ill that he had to be taken to the hospital. He was driven to the Veterans Hospital, where he spent the next 2 months. He did get treatment there. They tended to his wounds. He had x-rays. They were able to determine the extent of his injuries. And I believe one of the physicians said it was just so severe, it was hopeless. There was nothing they could do.
So
He avoided
severe.
serious injury while serving in World War II, only to be blinded for life back home.
When you come back.
To make matters worse, he was denied his veteran benefits.
After 2
Wow.
months in the hospital, Isaac's two
Shit.
older sisters
Young man, I told you. Pause it, Joe. Pause it. Told you when white people came back, they got houses, monies to start business. Black people never got shit. You fight with this cracker, you don't get his veterans benefits. So now he's got to pay a medical bill that he don't got no money, can't even see. He denied his medical benefits from the military. These crackers are just wicked. Go ahead, Joe. Evil.
And then things started to happen.
News spread quickly around the country. And the NAACP came to his aid. They rallied around him, and they knew that he wasn't able to receive veterans benefits. So they decided to hold a benefit concert for him to raise funds to help support him. Nat King Cole, Billie Holiday, Pearl Bailey, Count Basie, who's a very notable jazz pianist, and boxer Joe Louis. They agreed to be a part of this benefit, and they sold tickets, and the tickets sold out in one day. And from then on, he decided that he knew that he needed to spread the word and let people hear his story. So he began to tour the country. He went from place to place and explained to them about the inequities of African Americans and police brutality. And this was back in 1946. He just wanted to let people know that, this isn't right. And, basically, look what happened to me. And even President Truman heard of his story. And from that, he formed a Council on Civil Rights.
As a first step, I appointed an advisory committee on civil rights last December. I am confident that the product of their work will be a sensible and vigorous program for action by all of us.
That was the first ever in this country. That's when it started. President Truman then decided to desegregate the armed forces. So because of Isaac's story, the armed forces were desegregated.
It seems Isaac made an impression on everyone who heard his story.
I remember my dad telling me about how much mail he would receive from people around the world. One letter in particular, my dad mentioned of a young girl in Germany who had heard about Uncle Isaac's story. She wanted to help. And what she did was she sent Isaac a letter telling him that she wanted to help him, and she included her $8 savings.
And of course, Isaac was loved at home as well.
I just have very fond memories of him. Uncle Isaac was a good cook, even after he became blind. He was a wonderful man. He was a very loving relative, and he ended up taking things in stride. He didn't become bitter over the long haul. He dealt with it, and he made the best out of his life. I wanted to write the book to pay homage and honor to my Uncle Isaac and the legacy. So we have to teach the children from what happened then and how we can change things now and live in a better world.
This is Inside Edition Digital.
Yeah, so that's the video over there. Literally. That is Isaac Woodward and his history, what he went through. It's sad.
Well, he ain't the only one. He lived at least. A lot of Black Americans coming back with their uniforms on because they were told not to wear their uniforms. But a lot of them didn't listen. So the rage it brought with white people seeing Black people in American uniforms got them murdered, Joby. A lot of these men coming back from World War II got hung from trees. That's what I told you about that movie you watching. What happened to them after they got back home and them Black women were wearing them fucking uniforms? That would anger white people. They were hanging from a tree.
And that's
murder you on the spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I was doing that research, it made me angry to see other people trying to make just YouTube numbers out of it because you're not really educating people. You know, it's for your own benefit. It's just so selfish, and I really feel that about Black people who are in that mentality. It's just so sad when you have to use something for your own benefit instead of literally the benefit of the majority of who you're trying to target.
They doing it for clout?
Exactly.
Not for information?
Yeah, one of the videos I was trying to listen to, I'm like, man, you didn't just do this. And then I checked into the details, I'm like, episode 16, so you have 15, you have other 15 episodes of this? You trying to make a whole movie out of this? Like, are you even crazy?
Yeah. Well, he's trying to get YouTube numbers, Joe.
It's not nice. It's not really nice. I don't like that. I don't like that. Bring your authenticity to the people. Be you. Just be you. You know, everything will flow. If not, it's
that is me. I'm trying to make money. That he is being authentic. Just because he's being a coon and you're not, that don't mean he's not authentically being his coon self, trying to make money out that shit.
But shout out to Ricky in the building. As we come towards the end of this show, I gotta leave early. I got somewhere to go, but we literally
gotta go. All right, before you go, Joe, show us the Trump shit real quick.
I got it on the board. I see.
Where you going, Joe? You got another hot date? You ain't gonna tell us?
It's none of your business.
I know.
We're going out in Chumani, just an event of our friends. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I would love.
Not somewhere far, just around. So.
All right. So.
Yeah. Supporting our athletes when they come here. When we call them for interviews, they don't fail us. So, yeah, it's one of the people who always pull up for interviews when we call them, and always punctual on time and everything. And they pulled up here a couple of times. So we're just going to support them. Yep. But let me share this. This was hilarious.
Is to restore democracy.
Need to go on me.
From one year to the next are the same, and their partnership with the agency heads, and I checked regularly with the president to make sure that these.
Going to be signing a very important.
So he knows no kid has been hearing this. Kids repeat what they hear. They know his dad has been saying, yeah, that Trump need to shut the fuck up. He ain't the president anyway. I'm the real president. Been telling that shit to his kid. That's why his kid just walked up to him and said so confidently and said, hey, you, shut up. And get out the chair. You're not the president.
It's crazy because Trump was listening to all this and acting all nonchalant, you know.
we got to because he's on camera. He can't say, "Hey man, you better get this old fucking kid. You're crazy."
What did Elon Musk guy? You've been Elon Musk, and now he's a child. You gotta be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. You guys talking shit about me. You my enemy. Like, what you mean? No. I'm not keeping you around when your child is talking shit about me. No.
He's not going to, that child not even supposed to be there, Joby. That's not a person over office. If I said, but saying his child not even supposed to be there.
Oh my God. We're run by jokes.
Yeah, listen, Anytime this shows that Trump is being ruled by Elon. You never see nobody's kid in no damn meeting in the Oval Office, Joby, ever. Then they walk up and say, hey, you're not president. And then they told Trump, shut your fucking mouth.
Shush, you know the president. Shush. Make sure you shut.
He said, shut your fucking mouth.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Jump straight to your comment. I'm not into that. I told you guys I'm not trying to date anyone, okay? When I say I'm going out, anyone, tafadhali. I'm really open with my personal information, so it's up to you if you want to judge that.
Joby's not gonna tell you her personal life, guys. I'll be playing with her, but Joby's not gonna tell you what's going on.
Yeah, I'm open, but still, if you take the wrong words from me and that's on you. That's on you. Yeah, no, Wallace, no one. It's me and my life. Me and Shmani and the Black Hot Fire. That's all. But also, since is we know the guys are broke if Shmani is going. What? Are you kidding me? We're just gonna have fun. Just all. We're dealing with. That's actually masculine. The masculine men we have in our circle. One of the masculine men we have literally in our circle, or we know in the industry. Most of these industry men are so weak. So weak. I don't want to say much, but yeah, family,
we're gonna go. See, I'm gonna say something, right? I'm gonna say something. Joby, go have her fun. So Joby just kicked a doctor to the curb. Get your ass out of here. So
yeah, I don't care even if you're a pilot, if I don't like you, I don't like you. It's not about the money, about the car, because he's driving and all that. It's not about the money. Everything.
Driving, Joby took him back. They had some dinner at the house from KFC. He's a young doctor. Joby said, "Get your ass out of here." So much love, guys.
It's not about the money. It's not about the looks. It's never. It's your personality. Are you real? Do I like you? Yeah, I'm just not in that vibration at all. I'm just not in that frequency at all. Being honest, it just.
And nothing wrong with that.
Being single, enjoy life.
That's right. That's why you're not. That's why you're not ending up in no bus with 4 kids frozen.
Yeah. I'm doing no back because no way. Even listen to Shmani, like we need men right now just earning literally 500,000 Kenyan shillings right now because our life's expensive right now. Our lives are expensive. Trust me, we just, I think our dressing code was almost type of similar today, not the same color, but I'd say sizes of dresses. So people are just looking at us like the confidence we have and like, you're looking at us, but you can't approach, So we're like, you can't. You don't have the confidence because you see this confidence and it intimidates the shit out of you. It intimidates a lot of people, trust me. To find someone
you already know that. See, I told you that's unfair. See, women already know that, guys. They know that you intimidate them. Don't be them act like they didn't know that. I knew their ass knew that.
No, like for the women we just think. For the men, I get it. A man when he's not able to approach you and all that. But for women, it's just they look at us with some envy. Like, yeah, we get it, but you don't have it. We do. So that's what's
much love, family. Joby, get on to have fun, Joby. Be safe. Get on safe, Joby. Don't try to drink too much. Get on safe. You at your money, so there's gonna be some liquor flowing. Just be safe.
Of course. Let's just say, of course. Yeah, we'll be safe. We're with the right group, and every time I'm out with Shmani, I know I'm safe personally as the smallest one. So much love, family. It's been a beautiful week.
Peace.
You guys have enjoyed the shows and have yourself a beautiful weekend. I hope you're gonna catch up with Keith if he's gonna be able to do the show.
I've been doing the show not today. Hell, I'm in Northern Georgia, so I'll make it on tomorrow morning. I'll do a show tonight. Saturday, and if I'm home Saturday and Sunday, guys. So.